Alright, and we're going to do some lamps now. I did a quick little render just to see how it turned out, and it's looking pretty good. We're going to hide this. You see, I'm going to kill that gnat. It's still around here. Alright, so I'm going to hide these dressers. I just maneuvered them a little bit just so, you know, get a feel of what it might look like in the room. I'm going to open this group. And you know what? I'm not going to open that group. I'm just going to close it. That's fine. Okay, now in the front view, we're going to make a lamp. Now, in order to do that, I went to where else? ModernLampStore.com. They got it all, right? So on here, I'm going to go to Modern Table Lamps. And there's some really nice lamps on here. I mean, if you dig stuff like this, I actually bought these from my last apartment I was in, and in my free architectural tutorial on 3dpalace.com, you can model these lamps. Actually, I'm going to go with this one up here. It kind of like fits the scene that we're doing because it has the rectangular shape of the bed and the dressers, and it has this cutout here in the middle. So I mean, it's perfect. So I'm going to click on this one, and you can do any one that you want to. Just make it your own. But I'm going to go with this one. The dimensions of it are 15 inches wide and 28 inches tall. And I'm guessing the 15 inches wide is probably the lampshade. Maybe not, but anyway, 15 inches by 28 inches. Alright, so I'm going to set that up with a box. Let's get a box. And we'll just bring one out like so. Let's see, 15 inches, wait, it's 20, what was it? My goodness. 28 inches tall. So 28 inches tall is actually huge. That thing is big. That's not right. There's no way this thing's 28 inches tall. And if it is, I'm making it shorter. Okay. Good job, Chris. Way to come across a problem and deal with it. Alright, I'm actually going to make it about that short, and then we'll let the lamp actually be a little bit taller. Alright, so wide, I want it to be 15 inches wide. That's pretty huge. I'm just going to make it about that wide. Alright, and bring it here. Look at the kind of base it has, just a square base. That's cool. Alright, so I'm going to take that, shift drag out another copy. I'm going to use that for the base of it here in a minute. So add a grade to that and to this one. Alright, convert it to an editable poly. Now I'm going to take both of these sides right here, and I am going to, not extrude, I'm going to inset them ever so much, about like that, I think. Then I'm going to hit apply. I'm going to take off a little bit more, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this one in a little bit. Take this back one and push it in a little bit, like that. Select both of them and hit bridge. And I'm not going to hit bridge. And yeah, I do. I hit bridge. Click OK. I just got kind of functified by the red there. Oh, say okay, alright. So we got that. Let's hit turbo smooth. And you see it turns into a big ring, and that's not something we want. So what I'm going to do is select this and do a ring selection, and I'm going to do a connect with 2, and I'm going to pinch them towards the end. I want it to kind of be pretty sharp. And then I'm going to, let's see here, I'm going to ring select this, connect with 2. I'm going to put them fairly close, like so, 95. I'm going to do a ring select on this, and fairly close to that as well, kind of evening it out. Ring select, connect, and the same thing, and select this, ring select, connect, the same thing here. And on the inside, don't forget that, ring select that, connect. We can take that away a little bit, like that. Alright, and we go to Turbo Smooth, hit F4, and you can see now we have that. Alright, you can pump it up to 1 more and it really gets tight and nice and pretty. Alright, so we have that. I'm just going to take this and kind of flatten it out, widen it out a little bit of height to it. Set it on here. Set this on here like so. Maybe like that. Okay. I actually want to select these and put them towards the end because I want to see these things. Alright. So with that selected, and select the bed and everything and hide that. Alright, that seems alright. Just going to put that down on it a little better. And we're going to right click it and convert it to an editable poly. And do the same thing here, just do a ring, then a connect of 2. Pinch them together, pretty close. And then ring select this way, do a similar connection this way, like so. That should do it. Turbo Smooth. And now we have that. Alright, now we need a cylinder. I'm going to take the iterations down up to 2. Iterations down up to 2. In the top view, I'm going to get a cylinder. Give it a little bit of height. Bring it up like so. Give it that gray material. Alright. Yep. That nice gray material like that. Make sure it's pretty much centered where it needs to be. Alright, now we need to make the shade. And to do that, I'm just going to do a simple box. So, widen it out a little bit, like that. Center it over here. Make sure it's centered on here pretty well, which it is. Give it that gray material. Look at the picture. Alright. Convert it to an editable poly. Inset it a little bit. Don't have to be much. Extrude it up. I'm going to extrude it just a little bit. That'll give it a hard edge. Alright, and then apply and go higher up with it. Doesn't have to go all the way. Well, actually it does. So click OK, delete it. Do this, do a ring selection and a connect of 1. And what I'm going to do is just delete this. Add a symmetry modifier on top of it. something like that. Then I'm going to convert it to an editable poly, and then I'm just going to weld these together because I'm an idiot. Instead of doing both ends at the same time, I just did one, and forgetting that the lamp needs to be hollow. I'm telling you. Alright, that gnat's got me freaking out here. I'm going to loop select that, control click and remove that, and then loop that, and control click, hit remove. So there we go. Alright, so that's kind of the same. I'm going to do a ring, do a connect of 2, and do the pinch kind of close to the top. Something like that. And then ring select that. Do 2. 97's fine. Ring select that, connect that, 97's fine. And here, ring select, 97's fine. Ring, connect. That should be fine. We're going to turbo smooth this. F4. And there's that. Up to 2. There we go. I'm going to turn that off. Render iterations up. Unhide all. I'm going to select this whole thing right here. Actually, I'm going to call this lampshade. This is going to be called lamp thing. We'll call this lamp base. And lamp cylinder. Alright. Now I'm going to select the whole thing. All 4 of those, and group them. Call it bed lamp. Select it in the front view, and control click 1 to this end over here. Now we have 2 lamps over here on our wonderful bed thing. Alright, I'm going to hit Shift Q just to see what that kind of looks like. And if you don't know how to set this ambient occlusion up, I think you're going to have to go back to the living room tutorial where I set it up. And at least I think that's where I set it up. Alright, so the lamps are on there, and save your work. Save as 5.lamps. And that's saved. Alright, I'll see you in the next tutorial.